Gautam Buddha used to often remind his students of the power of words. He compared the tongue, which we use to speak, to the world's sharpest knife. He added that words are the most lethal weapon in the world. Our words have the power to emotionally harm people even when they don't harm them physically. If we don't know when, where, or how much to talk, our words can be a weakness as well as a source of strength. Effective communication can result in success when we use kindness and wisdom when necessary. However, speaking harshly or inappropriately can make life extremely tough for us. Friends, today I'm going to tell you a tale on the significance of maintaining your silence and how it can change your life. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video, as I will unlock a unique, mysterious secret from Buddhism. There was a well-known Buddhist monk in ancient India who lived far away from the noise of the outside world in a peaceful forest. He was well known throughout India and a deeply contemplative individual. A king once approached him and said, "Respected monk, I'm always exhausted, angry, and frustrated. Even though I have everything one could want, wealth, celebrity, and all the comforts of life, my mind is extremely restless. I still don't feel at peace with myself. Oh monk, please help me to quiet my racing thoughts." The monk remarked, "You already hold the answer within you, but you have never discovered it." "I have a project in mind," continued the monk. "Do you want to carry out the experiment? You won't have any anxiety or discontent in your life after this experiment." After hearing all of this, the king became very unhappy. Yet he begged the monk for advice, saying, "I'm willing to do anything to ensure my peace of mind." The monk calmly answered, "You will stay in my monastery and live like a normal person for the next 15 days. You will sit by yourself in quiet for the next 15 days, trying to talk as little as possible." The monk's plan was approved by the king. He observed that his thoughts were more fidgety than usual on the first day. His mind was racing with questions and doubts, and he found it uncomfortable to be living the same ordinary life as everyone else. He was compelled to speak, but he resisted the need and remained motionless, just sitting. But as the evening wore on, he started to experience an unanticipated feeling of contentment and serenity. He was perplexed by this encounter because he didn't know why his restlessness was decreasing. The king remained by himself the following day, observing the sky, flowers, plants, and wildlife. He experienced a true appreciation of the surrounding natural beauty for the first time. He had the ability to notice and interact with the surrounding natural environment. After 10 days, all of the inner turmoil and unrest in his head started to fade. He felt himself sinking into deep concentration on the 12th day. His mind was devoid of worry as his eyelids closed on their own, bringing him into a profound state of meditation. The king felt a deep inner serenity. He went up to the Buddhist monk and said, "Respected monk, I have discovered why my mind was so troubled, after having spent the previous 3 days in intense meditation." He clarified, saying, "After realizing the cause of my disarray and anxiety, the monk asked if I could hear what you had learned." In response, the king said, "I used to think negatively about people and talk too much about them. My mind was confused, and my time was wasted by this excessive talking and bad thinking. This conduct prevented me from completing my chores efficiently, and I began to struggle in practically every endeavor. These ongoing setbacks made me further angrier and more easily irritated. It still had a bad effect on my life. But these 15 days were a life-changing experience. I feel like I'm actually experiencing life to the fullest now. And I understood that I was living it incorrectly up until this point. I also understood that forcing meditation is not necessary. It occurs organically. It's not just the king," the Buddhist monk said. "The world is full of folks who talk too much. Many people still use communication to harm other people today, and their overindulgence in talking is still causing them to struggle in their daily lives. The king was given an explanation by the monk about the value of silence. He related the tale of a pupil who once questioned Gautama Buddha about why he was always silent. Buddha retorted, "I remain silent in order to go deeply within myself." The first step to really knowing oneself is silence. Self-discovery is impossible without stillness. Thus, remaining silent is the first step. Speak only when absolutely essential, and you will notice that around 90% of what we say is detrimental. If there had been less talking, it would have been preferable. It might have eliminated roughly 90% of the issues. There are fewer arguments, clashes, and fits of agitation when individuals are quieter. Many issues in the world could be avoided if both parties simply learn to be quiet. Even in a busy environment, someone who appreciates solitude can find calm. It can be wonderful to be by yourself. We can feel uneasy in other people's company at times. It's crucial to begin with achieving inner calm, accepting silence, and letting your inner energy flow. Allow your mind to calm down. Shut your eyes and re-establish a connection with your inner self if you wake up feeling uneasy about other people's presence. You will have a sense of renewal within yourself, as that is the source of your life. No one else possesses it. The source of it is the same as yours. You have to go inside on your own when no one else will take you in. You are ultimately in charge of your inner world, therefore turn your gaze inward. Happiness is born there, as well as where life begins. You will see the depths of life, and perhaps come across the idea of death when you search within. Witnessing your own life go through ups and downs, like to the sun rising and setting, is what this inner journey is like. Upon returning from each inner excursion, you will experience a renewed sense of energy. You feel chilly after taking a wonderful long bath. In a similar vein, people frequently experience feelings of calm and happiness after taking some time to themselves to ponder and be silent. You'll discover that chatting doesn't irritate your thoughts when you truly connect with your inner self. Instead, you're always filled with a sense of peace. You don't have to talk to stay in touch with your inner self. You don't have to break your inner serenity to utilize words. When you accomplish this, everything will be in harmony, and your words will have a lovely quality similar to music. Talking in this manner will profoundly affect others. You can begin to access a powerful inner strength and resist social pressure when you preserve your inner silence. You'll experience a unique joy in life, like to the joy experienced by individuals who ardently pursue their aspirations. As you plunge into the ocean of unending tranquility, your face will glow brighter than before, and your eyes will sparkle like never before. Friends, you may have noticed that mental tranquility isn't achieved by excessive talking. It is difficult to maintain focus and self-control over our thoughts. Talking too much makes it hard for them to focus on one thing at a time. It becomes more challenging for them to achieve the success they want, since they are unable to devote their entire focus to their goals and frequently fail to grasp the real meaning of life. Moreover, you could have observed that those who talk excessively are occasionally made fun of by others. People tend to listen to and trust those who talk less and stick to their convictions. Therefore, those who do so will get the respect of others. But a confused mind usually makes one uninterested in job, which makes it difficult for them to achieve. It takes true intellect to know what to say, where to say it, and when. And people who master this ability typically find success in a variety of settings. A person who speaks less frequently attracts attention and excels in a variety of successes. Great people use few words wisely, thinking through what they say, and this helps them succeed, according to what we can observe about them. On the other hand, a lot of people talk a lot and frequently turn to lying and spreading unfavorable information about other people, which can damage reputations and relationships. Those who are close to them therefore frequently make an effort to avoid and keep away from them. Ancient writings from many civilizations frequently discuss how our language reflects our values and ideas. Quietness fosters patience, which heightens awareness. Engaging in meditation can improve our self-awareness. So, my friends, I advise you to spend at least 20 minutes each day alone with yourself. Your life can change for the better in so many ways. If this tale inspired you, please help us out by liking it, forwarding it to your friends, or commenting below with your ideas or suggestions for more inspiring stories. Your engagement fuels our journey. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom and enlightenment with us.